There's a saying in the village, not everyone who smiles at you wants to see you eat, and this is the story of a woman whose smile hid envy, and how truth shone brighter than any lie. The village of Umuaka was always alive. Roosters crowed at dawn, goats bleated in the dusty paths, and the ringing of market bells carried on the wind. Inside lived a woman named Aunty Lylla. She wasn't old, but life had aged her. She had no husband, no children, no friends, no job, no joy. Some nights she went to bed with nothing but water in her stomach, her body weak from hunger. Other nights she would sit in the dark, staring at the cracked walls, asking God why she was still alive. Her voice was never heard in the marketplace. Her name was never called in gatherings. She was there, yet invisible. But from her broken window, she could see the heart of the village, Mama Shelly's cookshop. Mama Shelly was the kind of woman whose presence filled a place before her voice even spoke. Her laughter was music, her food was poetry. The smell of her pepper stew could make even the most stubborn man smile. And it wasn't just the food. Mama Shelly's kindness was legendary. If you came with an empty plate and an empty pocket, you would still leave full. People called her Market Mother. They didn't just eat at her shop, they belonged there. One scorching afternoon, Lylla gathered the few yams she had planted and carried them to the market. She sat under the blazing sun from morning till evening. Not one yam sold. Meanwhile, across the market, Mama Shelly's shop was overflowing. Children danced to the sound of a drum player nearby. Women gossiped as they enjoyed their meals. Men slapped each other's backs, full of meat and palm wine. Strangers, people who had traveled for hours, were hugging Mama Shelly as if she were their own mother. As Lylla packed her unsold yams and walked home, the smell of roasted meat, fresh plantain, and hot stew clung to her. Every laugh she heard from Mama Shelly's shop felt like an insult. Her chest tightened. She whispered to herself, maybe I could open a cook shop too. But then her mind spat out the truth. Who would come to you? Who even knows your name? You are nobody. Nobody will ever leave Mama Shelly for you. That night, Lylla tossed and turned in bed. She thought of the music, the joy, the respect, the attention Mama Shelly received. She didn't just want to cook. She wanted to be worshipped the way Mama Shelly was. And she decided she wouldn't get it by working harder. She would take it. The next morning, barefoot and determined, she left the village paths and entered the bush, the forbidden part where few dared to go. Her feet bled from thorns, but she didn't stop until she reached the small, crooked shrine of Baba Joro. He sat cross-legged, surrounded by skulls of animals and jars of strange powders. His eyes were calm, but his presence carried danger. "What do you want?" he asked, without looking up. "I want Mama Shelly's customers to leave her and come to me," Lylla said. "I want her forgotten." Baba Joro's lips curled slightly. "You do not seek blessing, you seek power, and power taken in darkness will one day be judged by the light." He reached for a pouch of fine black powder. "Sprinkle this around her shop before 4:30 a.m. But know this, when the sun rises, it will also rise on your deeds." Lylla took it with trembling hands, but her heart burned with greed. That night she didn't sleep. As the stars faded and the cock crowed once, she crept into the market and spread the powder around Mama Shelly's shop. She whispered, "Let them forget her. Let them come to me." The next morning things began to change. Mama Shelly's fire refused to light. Her stew tasted bland. Her plantains fried unevenly. Customers came, but they didn't stay. By noon, her shop was half empty. The second day was worse. The laughter was gone. The music was gone. Even her smile seemed tired. By the third day, Lylla rolled in a cart of hot rice, bush meat, vegetables, and pepper soup. Her smile was wide. Her food smelled heavenly. And the people came. Children licked their fingers and asked for more. Women praised her cooking. Men asked if she could cook for their events. By noon, she was sold out. Weeks passed, and Lylla became the new queen of the market. Her clothes became brighter, her voice grew louder, her pride grew taller. Mama Shelly's shop, once the heart of the market, now stood silent. Some days she didn't even open. But then, one blazing afternoon, a traveling pastor walked into the market. He was hungry and stopped by Mama Shelly's shop, only to find it closed. Right beside it was Lylla's booming cook shop. The pastor walked in. "I'll have a plate of rice and meat," he said, smiling. Lylla served him quickly, cheerful as ever, but as he reached for his wallet, he paused, looked straight into her eyes and whispered, "The blood of Jesus covers me." In that instant, Lylla screamed. She dropped the plate, clawing at her skin. "It's burning! Fire! Fire!" she shouted, rolling on the ground. The market froze. People gathered as Lylla began confessing, through sobs and wails, how she hated Mama Shelly, how she went to Baba Joro, and how she used dark power to steal the hearts of the village. Some prayed loudly, others wept, some shouted in anger. The villagers dragged her out of the market. She was beaten, chased and banished, never to return. The next week, Mama Shelly reopened her shop. Her fire burned hotter than ever. The music returned. The laughter was louder. The people came, not just to eat, but to sit in the warmth of her kindness. Her victory wasn't just in her food, it was in her honesty. Because while Lylla's power lasted only for a moment, Mama Shelly's light was eternal. Moral of the story: envy will make you destroy what you should be inspired by. You can use tricks to steal attention, but you can't fake true love, true respect, or true blessing. Because in the end, light always wins. So protect your heart from jealousy. Work hard, build honestly, and remember, what is truly yours will come, and it will stay. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs hope today. Your support keeps these stories alive. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Official SD1. Hit that like button, share this with someone who needs it, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing from you.